Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down. At the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go! Hey, come on.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. This time, Jackson will throw it. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check 43. Kill.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 64 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Go!
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. And now look at him go. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
No. Gun.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer out him again.
Second and goal from the 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Vikings, nothing.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Get ready.
The first run for the backup Abdullah. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
I'm coming after you. Hey, dude. Hey, look, 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. They can't hang with that.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ready? Hey, mine 40. Watch the run. Hey, alert 3. Whip. Watch the whip.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Check right. Under 10. 10. Shit.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Bailey got the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. That's what I do. Watch twist. Check.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Tie it right. We got three, fellas. We got 3.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen.
48 the mic. Hey, Echo. Party now. It's a party now. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. I got it.
So that'll back him up 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Gun. Wide. 48's mic. 48's mic. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 48's the mic.
Cousins to throw it. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
You don't want it. Mike's 40. Go. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Taken in at the 11. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, it's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
48, come on. I got you. Hey, box drop.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Starting the 3rd quarter with Cook. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 27-yard line.
Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he finds Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First. Get that ball.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The end result, 21 yards. They'll throw again. Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Ravens 24-yard line.
Mike. Switch out.
Cousins again. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
You got nothing. Hey, look, 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, no, easy.
Cousins from the gun on third. And that is incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Check. Fresno. Hey, switch gears. Out.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson forced out to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 34, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Switch. Rhino. Check 13. Check 31.
They run again on first down. Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Hey, we're good. Hey, Lord.
Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, high 7. Right, flipper. Watch the edge.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Bailey's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Watch the slap.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Zebra. 48 for Mike. Record.
To throw, Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Patrick on Wassor. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Rip left. Check 50. Hey, you got tight.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
I got you. Mike's 5-4. Run.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got Snead. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. 54's Mike.
From the gun, Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Yeah. You don't want none. Mike's 5-4. Here we go. Let's go. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Watch the screen. Take off.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Receiver. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Smooth. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. It's our time. It's our yo. Hey, look, 48.
Throwing here, Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
48.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Mike. Watch the screen. 48 the mic. Hey, Delta. Here I come. Check 48's the mic.
Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Check 9. Sponge. No. Check. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Deuce.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
I'm coming after you.
Cousins to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.